And we are live.
We're live?
We jamming out? All done jamming out.
Oh, sorry. We could jam out.
All right, well, let's
Is my mic on? Is everything working?
go give me a little test on her.
Testicles. 1, 2.
All right, we're good.
Welcome back to another episode of Doodads, where we've been absent. You've been hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've been doing, except for purchasing boats.
We're going to talk about
Come on. Shout out to everyone that's been on the podcast lately. Very grateful for all the good work we've been doing with everyone. But now it's time for Jerry and I to get back together. We had a good one, a little shorty, but we lost it.
Yep.
And we had some really good stuff on there that, really opened up to. It's gone. So we're going to repeat some of that. And we're going to talk about who knows what, because that's what we do.
I dig it. So what are we going to talk about first? First of all, let's talk about this new incredible neon sign behind us.
Thank you. Shout out to my old project manager, Rihanna. She got that for me for Christmas.
It's a nice Christmas present.
It is, man. It was actually, I was really surprised by, by how much things it can do. Whoa. Sometimes you just get like, never mind. Old Sherwin-Williams sales rep. I don't know why they call me. I buy maybe a lot of paint. I don't know. I think I do.
Preferred customer.
I'm a preferred customer, I don't really need them. I don't do anything cool. I don't have them bring paint to job. I don't know why they call me. They call me all the time.
Yeah.
I've never answered that phone, but they're
good salespeople.
Now let me ask you a question. Right now it's typing something, right?
Typing something.
What the hell is that happening? Am I about to send him something? Gosh.
Oh man. Tom accidentally clicked the
you know what?
text to type.
No. I guess you know what? Let's talk about this real quick. I've noticed on voicemails. So right now mine is texting me what he's putting on my voicemail. It's showing me right now.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've noticed that you can answer the phone during someone's voicemail. Like, so if you call me and it goes to my voicemail, I can still pick it up and then interrupt it and talk to you.
Oh, no shit.
And catch the call. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's maybe it's a thing.
I like that.
Yeah. So let's give the background story to the boat.
Yeah. So you'll see on our story, Tom's nice little.
Well, you did catch it? You catched it?
Yeah, I posted. Yeah. Tom's nice little redneck yacht.
Yeah.
Yeah, camo grizzly. Thing's beautiful.
Yeah.
Picked it up brand new. So people don't understand that this is a little boat. We're not talking a big yacht here, right? We're not talking something fancy by most people's standards. But the thing we talked about before is it's kind of special when you come from nothing. When we were kids, we didn't have brand new boats. You know,
I would just sit in them.
Yeah. My dad had boats, but they weren't brand new, right? They were the ones that were constantly have to be worked on.
Yeah.
And you would look at these catalogs or go to these boat shows or go to these boat dealerships and then dream of the day where you're going to be able to afford a brand new boat that you want.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, you've made that happen, you went and picked it up yesterday, it's pretty fucking incredible.
Yeah, it really is. It's going full circle to the things that. It's not like I went and bought the boat and like, yeah, man, I just gotta get a boat. Like everyone else getting a boat, or I'm gonna go fishing. Sometimes, like I've always known I was gonna buy. I didn't know exactly that boat, but I knew I was gonna get another boat. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've had plenty of boats, but as I've gotten a family now, I'm like, dude, I have another boat I need to sell. I traded for a 4-wheeler, and I looked right at it. I said, all right, let me get working on it. Let me make sure everything's tight on it. Engine starts right up. I was like, cool, but it's older, and then I looked at it, I said, am I going to fix it up? Or am I about to dump $3,500, $4,000 into this thing to make it bulletproof? I was like, what am I going to do? Take my son out, take other people's kids out, and then maybe it doesn't start? I'm like, I was like, and if I'm going to dump $4,000 into a thing, or maybe $2,000, whatever, I'm like, That's a whole year's worth of boat payments.
You're not getting that money back anyway.
It's not getting.
Like,
No, I'm not
you know
getting
what I
back.
mean?
Yeah.
So if you're going to spend it anyway, and here's the thing: people give me shit about buying brand new boats too. I don't have the time to worry about what I got to fix.
Yeah.
And you're right. We have young kids. Do I want to be out in the middle of the Rehoboth Bay in the summertime with my kids and have my fucking boat break down? And now I'm stuck. Like, I want to be able to get on, turn the key, and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people can relate to the hunters out there. We've all gotten on a boat that were like, all right, man. Like, are you seriously pulling out the fucking, starter fluid right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should, man, it needs about 4 sprays. I'm like three turns, man, I'll get this thing going. I'm like,
well,
this is not the shit.
How many times have you been to the boat ramp and there's the poor guy that's got his boat off the trailer, it's in the dock, and it won't start, and he's got the cow off, and his wife and kids are in the boat, and they're ready to go, and they got their lunches packed and everything for the day, and they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've done all this preparation. You know the preparation that goes into a boat day.
Yeah.
Right? You've gassed up, you've bought all the ice, you bought all the beer, you've got everything rocking and rolling. Everybody's ready to go, only to find out, well, I guess we're not going. I guess we got to put it back on the trailer and everybody go home now.
That moment to me is worth money. You know, so I can put a price on that moment. And those moments make me think about when I used to sell when I didn't have a family and you know, you certain things just people would sell to me, or as I was selling, you're selling time saving, you know, on products and when I was younger I was like, I didn't really understand. Now I'm like, yeah, you really do. It's probably a great idea to just buy it new, because if you're busy and you want to just have the peace of the peace. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The peace of mind. Every salesman, that's everything. From when we sell roofs to selling some kind of a home improvement, any guys selling insurance, whatever. Like the peace of mind. Now I really do understand peace of mind, because I've been out on boats that I've owned where I'm like, fuck, man, like, I hope this motherfucker makes it back.
Or that thing starts making a funny noise.
I'm like, they're like, we got cavitation on. I'm like, yeah, some cavitation. Yeah, I'm like, it's fucking running rough is what it is.
So now that boat, you just got it last night. You got home. What time did you get home?
Got home at 5:30.
All right. So it's almost dark. Now the thing's sitting in your driveway, and now it's not eating you alive that you're not out on it. It's eating me alive that you don't have plans to go out this weekend, tomorrow, or next week or something and splash that thing.
No, because I already have all the plans. I know everything I'm going to do on it.
Yeah.
I already have it. The biggest thing that gets to me right now is just the safety of the boat. So when we get done today, I don't know. I gotta hurry up, go grab some checks, go to the bank, go back to a job site real quick. And I gotta come here and clean out the carport and get the boat all set up, so it just, for me, so I can have it not stolen. You know what I mean? So
don't get the boat stolen already.
You know, I'm gonna, most of my stuff is air tagged, so I need to get an air tag for this one, just so if it gets stolen, I know where it's at.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing of me. And then really, I'm already on to I gotta get the trolling motor. I need to get the seats. I got all these little things I still need to get for it. Plus the water sucks. I guess I'm not in a rush because it just sucks out there.
Well,
I've been out on plenty of boats.
It's freezing cold.
I know it's a shit. It's not going to be that fun, even if it's my boat. I'm like, well, and I'm weird with new things. Like, I'm not ready to abuse it yet, or fuck it up. So, like the cool thing is I bought it from Bass Pro, which I thought was very fun because I told a story. I'll tell it again later. But I grew up looking at Cabela's magazines and Bass Pro, mostly Cabela's then, looking through the fishing and hunting magazines, the catalogs, and picking out everything I wanted, and I'd see everything. And
everything that you couldn't afford.
Yeah, everything I couldn't afford. And so now I go back to that place, and it's kind of cool to buy it from. It is a cooler feeling than going to a dealership. It's like that dealership in Hanover, Maryland was actually kind of nice. They have a lot of boats there, inside and outside. I don't know. It just feels cool in there. It has like a cheesy, almost like, nostalgia to it. I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I could appreciate that, man.
So while I'm there, I was not prepared for The guy spent at least 2 hours with me going. We started at the tongue of the trailer all the way back, all the way and around. And we started with the trailer and then the boats and then the motor, the set. We went over everything. And he was like, he did not let me interrupt. He needed to tell me. You can tell you, like, I think insurance wise, like, they had to tell me everything.
Yeah.
That way, look, we already told him. He did the speech because they had to check boxes. And, but during that part, he was like I was taking the cow off and everything. And he's like, I didn't really see a good spot to put it. I'm already like, all right. So like I found carpet to lay it on. He's like, well, come here. I was like, just take it easy. Like, let me set my shit down. Like, I mean, like, you know what I mean? And then, he was like, yeah, you want to grab it underneath underneath the handle when you're putting it on, which kind of sucked because it doesn't make the cow that high. So I started grabbing underneath. He's like, no, you can't grab it. I'm like, I'm thinking, man, bitch, I own the bitch. Shut up. This is safer for it anyway. I don't try to scratch it all up. And, so yeah, I'm not ready to ding it off a fucking log, probably floating through Woodland Beach right now. It's always a winter. I mean, also the water sucks this time of year. There's this one storm and then everything's flowing through there.
Oh yeah.
The prop is so sexy looking right now. I got a Black Max prop on there. It looks great. I want to keep it that way.
You're gonna run that thing right into a mud flat, and it's gonna chip some paint off of it.
I know.
And
other than that, I'm very excited, man. It is very cool. I don't know. Here's the other thing about the boat is I don't know. Like when I went out in yours, I was like, oh yeah, no. This I'm supposed to be doing this. This makes sense. Like now there's. I've had boat lives, and they were for way different reasons. Mm-hmm. Rednecking, I was single. We were partying on them. They were not in the best shape. So the boat life back then was very much different than now. I'm like, yo, when I went out on your boat, I was like, okay, like, this makes sense. Like, I can definitely afford this thing. I'm like, I need to go get one of these, like me and Macon. And when Ellie gets a little bit bigger and Cass, you're talking about date nights, crabbing, fishing, hunting, taking on vacations, wherever to go, like cruising.
And it's cheap.
Yep.
Fill it up with gas. Dude, no big deal. We say it's a 20 gallon tank.
Yeah.
So you're talking $60 to fill it up.
Yeah.
$60 to $70 to fill this thing up.
I'll put the plus in it, you know.
A tank of gas in that thing will last you so many trips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so many. Even, so mine's similar in size. Even running from Lewis to Dewey to Paradise and back for the day, that's only half a tank of gas.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're $30. What the fuck?
That's very nice.
Yeah.
My Black Max 2-stroke 200 that was on the back of that pontoon boat. I mean, that's a half a tank every time we went. Not even far, go up and back. And she burned it up.
No, so that's gonna be nice.
I'm so excited to have that peace of mind. Like I was telling Candace last night, I was like, it's so nice to know, like, hey, if you want to go out right now, I don't have to do anything.
Nope.
I can just turn the key,
hook it up, and go.
See ya, we're out.
Yep.
Which makes for our lifestyles, especially for me, I'm like, I'm a person's like, oh, you want to do it right now? Let me see how much time I got. Let's go.
You have so limited time. That's the thing. When you have the limited time, you don't want to eat up that time of shit fucking up or the worry or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus the money I've spent on used products, it's like my pontoon boat. I've spent thousands of dollars. I'm like, man, I should just finance the new pontoon boat. Like with boats, I'll never buy used again. I just don't see it. Like I don't see it because everyone I know too that's bought used has eventually bought new motors.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Which there's a big bulkier cost too.
Yeah, right, I was like, you might as well probably. Then you get to keep your money, man. Then you get to keep your money because some of that stuff you got to go buy. If you're gonna go buy cash or whatnot, you get to keep your money. Do something else with your money. Mm-hmm. They'll stretch your payment out 94 years. You know what I mean? It's like so. Not that I'm gonna spend a lot of time. Like you know me, like I always say, I pay every toy off pretty quickly. I get ahead of the interest, and it's principal only. And I just throw lump sums.
Yeah.
A good commission check comes in. I don't need.
Slam it
right on it.
Yeah, slam it that way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I like that, dude. So yeah, something else you said in the beginning, the guests we've had on lately.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had multi-millionaires on, 2 people from Costa Rica on, which...
I know, we've been killing Costa Rica.
If you guys checked out our episode with Colleen Lindbergh, the spiritual coach, we were on her show. Her show dropped today. We'll be sharing that on social media. By the time you see this, you'll have already seen it. But that was a pretty fun show. You know, we like being on other people's shows as well.
Yeah, it is nice. You know,
just kind of sit back and just
answer
their questions, communicate with them. That's always a good time.
And I like we have found now, after talking to everybody that we talked to wanted us to find what our niche was. And
our niche is no niche.
Our niche is no niche. I mean, we do want to talk to everyone. We don't want to sell them. I don't want to sell a direction because I think we just want to show that what I look like, what you look like, is not what is actually on the inside.
No, and you know what's funny is they said is like Colleen actually, I don't know if you follow her on social.
I don't. I can't. Sidebar, I can't do social. I can't.
No, I know. I know you don't do it like everybody else.
It's giving me so much depression.
She had a post yesterday about, it was a picture of her walking on the beach, and has like a suit jacket on, and you could tell she has a bathing suit underneath that suit jacket.
Yeah.
And she has high heels, and she's walking in sand. And it was something like, why can't I wear my blazer in high heels and a bikini and walk on the beach?
Because it's not safe.
And but the whole point was like being like, we're multi-dimensional human beings. And just of like what you just said, what you see is not who you are.
Yeah.
And every one of us is multi-dimensional. But I think too many people are afraid to like show that like that they want to stay the straight and narrow and say like, well, this is what people perceive me as, what I look like externally, so I have to stay within these parameters, and none of us are that being.
Yeah.
Right? So it's being able to like express or lean into or have conversations about all the different dimensions that you have to you, whether it's taste in music or the kind of vacations you like to go on, or your taste in the opposite sex, whatever it is. Like everybody, you're not just what you see from the outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And every single human being is that way. Barely anyone shows it because they're afraid. They think they need to stay with what they're perceived as.
I know you humans have a lot of problems.
That's bullshit.
I don't know what that is. I've noticed. I didn't know that was a thing for so long. It took me so many years to understand the weaknesses of other people. I never really knew that was a thing. I just thought I was different because I was more outgoing. I didn't understand. I didn't know that people have such insecurities. It makes a lot more sense when you're going through school. Like when you look back at school, like, damn, those people really did care about what other people thought.
So you were probably similar to me in high school, where
that's fucking crazy.
Well, talk about like friends groups, right? That's one thing. So when you're in high school and the social cliques were like a thing, I never had a clique. Like I was, there was like the friend group of like the jocks and the nerds and the yo boys and then the skaters.
Yeah.
And like I had fucking friends in every single group.
I was all of them.
There wasn't. I wasn't like pigeonholed into a clique, you know what I mean? And I still have friends from all of those circles, right? And I back then where kids were afraid to kind of like get outside of what they were pigeonholed themselves into.
Yeah.
Like why? You could have a best friend in a completely different social clique. You would never know unless you were open-minded to that.
I know. Yeah, it took me a long time to understand humans were going through that. I knew people were. I knew people were afraid to be not part of a group because of what the advantages a group could offer. As far as like tribalness, like just being part of it, and But I saw people. You always see. Especially at that age, people making fun of other people. I was just never understood that. I'm like,
but we also had that tribal piece that you kind of do crave as a human with sports. You got with organized sports being like on a football team, you had that already. So in a social just friend aspect, you didn't crave that. You didn't look for that.
Yeah, and maybe that's a thing that a lot of people that didn't play sports, they had
nothing to identify as.
Well, they were missing out on the status. They had no status themselves, and but
we are tribal people. Like a tribal being. So that's like a natural thing right?
I just unplugged that. No, it's the other one. We're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who cares? Fuck those people. You know what I mean? That's your problem, being insecure and crazy and shit. Check this out. So, first off, I would like to say, be yourself, because you're. I didn't have problems with doing that myself. I did understand being myself would either rub people wrong because of their insecurities, or would make them hate me because they wanted not to be me, but to be that carefree. And I understood people would also mistake my confidence as carefree, don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because I knew who I was. I practiced just being myself, and I understood the risk that I was taking, that would, the negatives that would have to being myself. But when you are you can only be the best version of yourself by being yourself, and you just do not know what you're going to miss out on. You just don't know what you actually would be good at. I think about kids that, let's say let's say in sports you have jocks, right? But they're secretly inside those jocks, there's guys that are good at other things. Like they might be able to play music or sing, but they're embarrassed because that's not the status quo of being in that group. Well, which to me is crazy, because but I would love everybody just to be themselves, because people are boring, and I love different. Mm-hmm. So I wish that more people would be yourself, and you don't, as far as you just don't know what you could have offered other people if you would have been yourself.
That's it right there. Yeah. You don't know the value you could have brought to someone else.
Yeah.
Remember when we were we had Josh Terry, or we were on Josh Terry's show, and he mentioned that when he was in school and he wrote a poem.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then they announced it on the school, and he won some award for this great poem that he wrote. And because he was afraid of being made fun of, he just stopped writing poetry, which means he didn't get into songwriting until way later in life, that he should have kept at when he was in 8th grade or whatever, whenever he wrote that poem. And he closed himself off, and now what could have happened in that gap from 8th grade to 30 years old or 25 years old, whatever, when he picked back up on it. So it's like it's a shame that you could lose out on stuff like that by worrying or not being truly free and leaning into what you want to do,
and who your real friends may be. That other group may be your real friends.
Yeah,
you don't know what group of friends would really benefit you the most. People are very confused when I tell them I'm the head coach of tennis, or that I like the tennis kids. I love essentially my nerds. I would call them. You know what I mean? I'm not typical of
you're not a tennis guy. Nobody looks at you and says that guy plays tennis.
But I love it. I love all the mental side of that. I love everything that tennis offers. I love football. I love a lot of things.
Yeah.
But to pinhole myself to one sport, and you're supposed to be this guy and you can't be this one, I thank goodness I never really had a problem with that. And I wish more people were like that, because this is my segue. You ask what's going on, man. I'll tell you one thing that really bothers me, something I feel like I'm going to miss out in my life, and this, I think about it often, and this is one thing that social media, I hate about social media, it gives me depression to look at it, is how homogenous the world is. Everything is just becoming the same thing. I bet if we flew somewhere right now, I can get a Coke, I can see a Burger King, I can see all the same products in the same store. Nothing is different. I just wish there wasn't as much, people were willing to be themselves more, and there was a little bit less regulation, and there wasn't so much corporate power that sold the same shitty products. I would love to go somewhere in America and for it to just be are we in a different country? Is this are they all different? I wish
I think that does exist, though.
I don't.
It does exist.
I mean different. I don't mean a little bit different. I mean different. I mean imagine if we had just never gone so fast. If the world, I always say, I don't know where the rush is. We ain't going nowhere. Nothing's new. You can create more and more. It'll be the same thing.
Yeah.
I just wish that like I could go to a place, even just locally, like, hey, can I show you a tribe near me? They don't even get down with phones, or they just the way they eat is much different. The foods, they don't even have a grocery store. They live in huts. Like I'm talking like
there might be some people like that in West Virginia.
I'm just talking about like things seem magical when you don't have so much of the modernness into it. I just wish I wish more things would have stayed the same. I wish
for a little bit longer.
For a lot longer. It just goes so fast because nothing's that cool or fun or different. It's just so much of the same thing, and no one's got style, no one's got flavor. You can have a little flavor. I'm talking about really being different. Like people really going in like, yeah, we're absolute weirdos over here. This is what we do. You know, we're still rocking kilts. Like if I go over to Scotland, everybody's still in a fucking kilt, rocking crazy. I want that. Everyone looks like this. Everywhere we go, everyone looks like this, says the same thing. I can go eat the food all the way. I wish everyone, if you want to say like trial, I wish everyone, whatever roots they had, I wish everybody's roots were still so much alive. Like if you're background wise, and you still had like, if I went over to Jerry's house, Jerry's, what are you? What the hell are you? What is your thing? You're a
fucking American.
I mean, what is your path?
I guess German.
What if you went over to Jerry's house and they have all this stuff, man? They got a little, you go over his house, they got a little ritual. They make you drink out of these little things. They got, and then you do a little bros. Like if everyone had,
all you gotta do is go to Africa and find some tribe and do that.
No,
that's all you gotta do.
I want more people with cooler etiquettes. Like if you went over your house, and you had a certain way that you did stuff and had a little more style, a little more flavor of like, let's say etiquette, just simple etiquettes of like,
let's create a ritual for our houses that when you're new to the house, it's customary for you to do this thing.
Yeah,
let's create that. I'm gonna create that for the Filthy Mermaid, for the bar. First time you hang out, these are the things you have to do, and you're gonna etch your mark on this thing, whatever it is. I'm gonna come up with that. I'm gonna work on that.
That's the thing that like, that bothers me sometimes is not being able to get somewhere it's just absolutely like, I know no matter where I go at, it'll be USA foods probably everywhere. That you can eat. That's why I don't even go out I don't even care about going out to eat. It's the same bullshit.
How about this idea? What if there was a place, you had a big piece of land, right? And you created a place where you can go experience a different culture, right? So think like Airbnb, but it's in a fucking mud hut or a teepee. And these are the things you have access to, right? So you want to go back in time or travel to a different experience. This is how it's provided to you. You think people would dig that?
That's what I hate. That's some white people shit right there.
But you can't make it any other way.
What was cool, and you can put hey, you want me? I'll sell you this little train whistle. You can blow that too. Come out the door, and then they'll come light the fire. You can't light the fire. The insurance, we'll come out, we'll throw a couple logs on the fire, and then we'll feed you guys some fat ass people food, and then you'll like the whole experience. No one will talk. Most people will be on their phone. It sounds horrible. I'm talking about people that are like, I want to meet some more hard people. People are just absolutely different, not scary different. I don't need to get murdered or like, hey, I think they fed me a person. That kind of different. But it's so homogenous. You just go anywhere. It's all the same shit. It's like the corporations have made it so no matter where we go, it's just all the same. No matter what towns we go to. If I go to Food Line down in Virginia, I know where everything's at right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you. I can also tell you they got a Food Line right there. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's just so like I wish there was more microorganisms, microeconomies. Just like, hey, I wish that every time I went out, I saw the owner. He's the one hustling it, like I wish it was just, I wish there was more belief in it, and I wish it was slower so that he or she could make that happen to provide me that experience so that I could give an experience to them. I just,
unfortunately, we're beyond that.
it's beyond that.
And there's no turning back either.
Yeah, it's
There's
going
as
it
much
goes
as
so
you-
fast.
yeah.
It goes where where is everybody? Where are we going, Jerry? Nowhere. No.
Let me ask you this: something you mentioned just a second ago. Would you eat human?
Would I if I had to? Sure.
If that was the culture you were visiting, and it's like, hey, this is what we do.
I don't know. I'd talk to God quick. I'd probably ask the priest. See what's up on the rules on eating people. I'd assume. Well, first off,
I mean, because
how did we get to human?
Yeah, well,
Let's start there.
That's the thing. Whatever their culture is, I don't know. Maybe it's the bad person of the village.
Would I try human? Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're just another animal.
It's just another piece of meat.
It's not
Red meat.
It's not really a thing.
You think we're stringy? You think we're stringy meat?
I'd imagine we're pretty.
Maybe
good.
like a muskrat.
I'd imagine it tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know.
Well, there's cultures in the world that do that.
There's still tribes that will.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah, definitely eat somebody.
I mean, it's
Especially
eating.
a white guy walking up on a tribe. You know what I mean? Make it disappear real quick.
Even some Asian cultures that still eat dog.
Like
You know?
whose house right now? Like, that's what I'm saying. This is why I bought the boat, because I want to get the hell out of here. I want to go find places where people have some damn etiquette, like that just have. If you went to their house, it would be different. I'd have an experience. Like
You can't change a human though. You're talking about
I don't want
humans.
to change a human. I want to meet humans that didn't change.
Humans not acting. Yeah,
Dude, look. Here's the thing. I have. I'm not giving up on humans, but I recognize how much people are asleep now. Like anytime we go out, anytime we go somewhere, everybody's just on their phone. It's so awkward to watch everyone just be on their phone. And now with the social media, it's a dopamine hit. So these motherfuckers, they don't realize it, but it is, and I've been guilty of it. It is straight drug. It's a drug. You're addicted
for sure.
to. So it's hard to hang out with humans. I just told my brother this a couple of weeks ago. Thank goodness people, and maybe it's because people know not to do it, but I don't get like, did you see that video or did you see this? Or people like when we're out trying to show me a meme or something. I'm like, man, I've seen it all. It's all the same shit. Show me it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like
you've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like the outdoors can provide that, and
there is nothing to me anyway that beats the outdoors.
That's the only thing that is real.
So we were, last week I was down in South Carolina for the majority of the week pig hunting, and this town we stay in where the property is literally like, imagine Smyrna going back 50 plus years. Okay. That's where this town is, right?
Where was this, in South Carolina?
Yeah. Okay. Town's like, it's called Iva or
so
Abbeville.
Shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's there's like the old school pharmacy, not a Rite Aid or a CVS.
Happy Harry's.
There's just the Iva pharmacy. And
you weren't here for Happy Harry's.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. Oh, you mean in Smyrna?
Yeah.
No, but I knew Happy Harry's around though.
Okay.
But anyway, so like it's nice to go down there and where there's county roads that are still dirt.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really to do, but we were there, got to the property Wednesday afternoon, hurried up, got some stuff together. Me and my buddy were going out hunting. We're on the four-wheelers and took off. And his property's huge, 420-ish, 430 acres, something like that. And but it's really wide. So from where we park to where we hunt is like about a mile.
Okay.
And take off on the four-wheelers. You can't see anything as far as you look in any direction. And it's like instantly you feel decompressed. Instantly, you're like, I love being here, and there's nothing to do. There's nothing to see that's going to give me like a dopamine hit, or there's nothing visually like stimulating other than you're just looking at red clay dirt and pine trees in the sky and on a four-wheeler feeling the air in your face, right? Or heading out to the deer stand where you're like sitting there just listening and you hear things. And it's amazing how instant that switch happens, right? And you're just like, this is what I want to do. This is what makes me the happiest. Everything is so perfect in my eyes in those moments.
Yeah.
And to be able to spend like 3 or 4 days down there and be offline for the majority of the time and hanging out. And I mean, we're staying in a house and, but just the decompress time, the defrag time, it's pretty incredible, And then come back to the fast-paced world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we had a good time, though. We had a successful hunt. We shot some pigs.
I know.
Got lots of sausage, lots of Italian sausage links. I think we got 80 pounds.
Yeah, why did you do all the sausage?
Because it's divided between 4 guys.
Okay.
We wanted it to be easy. Okay. So everybody got
no ground beef. Well, I mean, the ground could be, it's inside there or whatever.
Like we've done in the past, we've done all breakfast sausage, and then you just get a whole mess of it, But we wanted to do some links, so, some grillers.
Going back to you being outdoors, do you find, I find that humans, and I find myself, you get so tunnel vision on what you think is important that you have to teach yourself how to be quiet and just enjoy what is already there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I know, if I get a group of people together, I mean, the phones will bust out soon. Nobody is satisfied. Nobody can it's not enough. You have to learn, people have to relearn, what are you doing right now? Just nothing. Just sit the fuck still for a moment.
You saying nobody's satisfied is the perfect way to put it. You're just never satisfied with what you have or where you're at.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how we've got that. I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
And it's not just about I'm not satisfied with my house or my money or whatever. It's not satisfied with sitting down right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or
that's a wild way to put it, but it's so true though.
Trying to get through a movie and not pick your phone up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard.
It's hard, right? I had to reteach myself how to watch a whole movie. I was like,
because you're so trained to the shorts, to little things, to fast stimulation, and it's not when a movie is long form. It's I got to be focused for 2 hours, 90 minutes, and we're almost getting conditioned where we can't focus for that long now. That's scary.
And we all know somebody will take advantage of that. So I just don't want to be a part of that. I'll pull out of that matrix real quick. Got 10 minutes?
Got 10 minutes.
Okay.
Got 10 minutes or really less than that. Let me see what we're at on time-wise here.
So I'm just practicing how to go backwards because to me that's going forwards. That makes sense. I just can't. It's already so good. I don't need more. I don't if everybody just slowed down, there's so much emphasis on more, better, faster. It's it all still sucks. You know what I mean? Everyone's still depressed. It ain't working. Who cares? One of the things I can't wait to do for when it gets warm out this year is and I try to do a little bit more of this. I used to do a lot in the past, but I don't know how much humans do this, but I also like to look up. I like at night just looking out at the stars. And I'm not talking about looking at it real quick, cool. I used to go and just lay in the yard and go stare up. One thing I just think in my head, all right, how often do you do that? You should probably do that, right? Because why would I just be looking down at the ground all the time? That can't be right. I am on a rock floating in the middle of outer space. I should probably stare at outer space too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you never know what you're going to see. That's some real shit. Mm-hmm. Nobody's got an answer for what could be out there.
Yeah, no.
So you could see something.
Have you ever happened to look up and catch a badass shooting star?
Yeah.
Some fucking green glowing thing moving through the sky?
Last year, my brother in the backyard, I thought we were going to hear a boom. It was so low.
Yeah.
It was so low. Once it passed the first house over the neighbor's house, I couldn't see it no more because it was so low. And I was like, I'm waiting for a.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
right. Almost scary.
It was, dude. It's the lowest I've ever seen.
Yeah. And like you wouldn't have seen that, right? And even the fact that you saw it is such incredible odds because they're so quick. If you were looking somewhere else, you wouldn't have seen it. I remember one time me and Mark were heading out. I think it was me and Mark. We're heading out duck hunting in the morning on my boat. I was driving, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning, pitch black, dark on the marsh. There's no lights anywhere. And off in the horizon, we both saw it, just this incredibly massive shooting star. Yeah. That was like one of them ones that are glowing different colors. It was like a blue, green, something super low, went for a real long time.
Yeah.
And you're like, it only lasts a couple seconds, but how fucking incredible is that you saw that and that you were up and you were on the water at that time of day, all those things that aligned and being there at the right moment.
Yeah.
To see that and have that experience, it's pretty cool.
It's like God's way of giving you a little reward, Like, good for you,
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah,
so.
I try to get myself to feel like instead of feeling like in and out, like because you think all of this stuff is yours, you get so egocentric on like all this. This is us. This is mine. I'm so used to this. Where I try to get myself feeling like I like to look up and I'm like, oh yeah, like I am just. It's out in. I'm just happy to be in this one spot. This whole thing. I'm like, damn. And then you're just like, yeah, it's nothing. I don't mean
we
nothing.
are fucking nothing.
We think we're so cool.
No.
We think we're the baddest motherfuckers. The fact that people to me, the fact that people I think question aliens or religion, I'm like, but it's kind of weird to me because I'm like, but man, we're kind of proof of that. Why would we? The people are like, there can't be aliens. We're like, who? Why would you think we're the only ones? What kind of fucking ego do we have as humans? Like, nah, dude, there ain't nothing out there. I'm like, we're out here.
Yeah.
Wow. There's so much ego in the human, dude. Like, there ain't nothing else out there. I'm like, we're on a rock in the middle of outer space. No one can explain nothing, and we can't even go far. It's like, how could there not be something that? Why would you not even allow that in your mind? And then for God, it's like, again, we're already here. No one's got answers for anything or how we got here.
I'll tell you what.
And your brain cannot think. You right now can't tell me a thing before a thing. Yeah, well, how did that get here? Well, past that point,
it's black. Yep, it's just black at that point.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, well, how did that stuff get there?
Yeah.
Well, no one knows, right? Yeah, no one fucking knows. You're definitely going to learn some shit when you die, I'd imagine. To think there's things out there you can't explain. Your brain can't fathom the thing that started it all, and how the hell did you start that thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
It's like, I think that's kind of proof in the pudding that, like, just stare up in the sky for a while, do yourself a favor, kick your ego to the side, you're nothing, we're all fucking we should just be together, hanging out, enjoying, slowing the fuck down, because none of this matters. A meteor could just rain this whole parade real quick. Yeah. We're in the middle of outer space. None of it's real. Doesn't matter. Let's just go enjoy the memories and each other. Slow the fuck down. Go fuck yourselves.
All right. On that note,
let's go back to work.
So, we got to get rocking with the day. We got some guests lined up or coming this next couple weeks, so we're going to have some big ones.
We got to put them on the calendar, which this month of February, shout out to whatever her name is.
Man. Telling you.
Camille Kostek? Yeah, Camille is,
oh, man.
She's all right.
All right, well.
That was good.
Happy Friday. I'm glad we got one together.
Yeah, I got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, apparently. And we got the Flex Assign.
I've been thinking and shit, you know what I mean?
We got the Flex Assign for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with that.
I know, it looks good.
So, all right, till next time.
Holler at you.